So the press down delay with the kickers on, these are your kickers, and all that's doing is saying delay the press so the kicker could have time to interact. But if you delay the press, you're delaying the machine. Rarely are you ever going to want to do that, if ever. All right, next one, pullback delay with the press on. And what it's saying is, if I did the first one, slowed it down, now my press is coming down late, I want to make pullback wait until my press gets down. So we're slowing it down even more, because we don't want our strap tight before we compress it. That's not doing us any good. It has to be compressed first. So, like I said, both slow down your machine. I doubt you guys will use either one of those. The last one, backstop close delay. That also will slow down your machine a little, but you might need to use it. If you have a book and you're offset a little bit, or it's feathered open in the back and the photo eyes can see, it might try to close on the back of those books. In which case you could delay the closing so the stack can get out. Okay? Past this, you can exit back to the beginning. You can go back one step or to the next. The next requires a password. No operator function needs a password, and you don't have one, so you can't get it to what's next. It's all maintenance functions. So we just cancel that and go back. In this case, we'll exit all the way back out, and we'll go to the counters. The counters are pretty simple. Here's your total cycle count since you've had it, total number of operating hours, and it comes in with like 8,000 on it, because we test the hell out of it before we ship it. The run count. That's since the last time we reset it, how many cycles are on the machine. And if you just push the 2-bar line, it'll reset that run to 0. Okay? On this, you have a fault history, so hit fault history, and you can see all the faults that have happened in the machine. But that's every time we open a door, we stop it, we change modes, we hit an e-stop, all that's there. So there's a lot of stuff you may not necessarily need to see to look for what is a true fault, all right? But it is there. Someone can actually go through and see what's happened. And as you can see, you can scroll down and we can exit that. Adjustments. On our adjustments, you see several of the same buttons, but this one is important. We're going to come back to it. We'll go up here and go through pretty much all of these first. And this first one, it says photo control, right down here in the bottom corner. Your other option is stacker signal. We have no connection to the stacker, so we can never get a stacker signal. So if you set it up like that for stacker signal, this will never run.
Okay.
So it has to be on photo control. The next one says with timer 0. So when the bundle comes in, that timer waits that we set up in here. Remember 0.35? Well, if you turn that off, that's without the timer. Well, what we do, if you're not going to use the timer, we will get a signal from here, which isn't ever going to come. So in this case, you have to have it with timer 0, or it won't ever run. And the last one, selective strap off. If we turn selective strap on, it wants to know the current book count, the selective cycle count, and the auto tension count, which means it needs signals from here to tell it how many books are coming, which happen. So again, with this on, you're never going to cycle. So the 3 of those have to be in that same position in order to run this machine, simply because you haven't hooked up those features. And it's not, they're in the machine, but through communication line. All right, right here, that symbol's showing the press, where we come down on top and we can press the bundle. It's on because it says on. If you turn it off, it looks almost exactly the same, but it says off. So you can decide which way you want. Over here, we have our backstops, which are these little flaps back here that open and close. And I just turned them off, and now they're back on. Again, you have to look for the word off or on. Over here, for the kickers, The kickers, which are these,